welcome to another episode of the LANCESCURV show. Tonight we have Sister Amoya, and I know that title had to catch your mind because, hey, this is what it is. How can we be a father in America when we're not allowed to be a man? And that's a very touchy title, and I feel that myself. And I just want to say that many men feel it, and we do have fathers out here, let me say it first, that are deadbeat. They ain't no good. They're lazy. They don't care. They're not trying to provide anything. But then on the same token, many of our sisters made a bad choice. So I'm not blaming either side. It's just dysfunction all over. Because in this society, we have so much coming against us that even the basic stuff that we need to know as we grow into adulthood, lots of times has fallen by the wayside because many of our caretakers, I'll say, I won't say mother, father, it could be anybody, aunt, uncle, you know how it is. They had to focus on survival. What we want to do and what Sister Amoya wants to do is empower, teach, point out reasons why things are the way they are, and let's move forward. That's what this is all about. This is not about a blame game, but we will talk about the conditions of how things are. Sister Amoya, how are you this evening?
My brother, I am on top of the world. I'm excited. Thank you again for having me. And let me say this. You have just encapsulated everything I want to impart in this discourse in just one short sentence. I love it. You have just shut it down.
That was
I love it.
That was shooting from the hip. That was shooting from the hip. And also, right next to you, now you pick the name you want next to you. We have Mrs. SCURV, Lily Vegan, or Lily Fire, because you know online she has different names. So according to what's needed, if you need some fire, you call on Lily Fire. When you're hungry, you know, you call Lily Vegan, and Mrs. SCURV is that one who's kind and gentle and soft spoken.
You know, I love Lily Fire. You know why? I'm a Leo. So I'm a fire sign. I love the fire. We need more fire. And and you know, if we had more fire among us as women, as females, believe me, we could get things started and get things going. Like the song said, it only takes a spark to get the fire burning. And we need to get a fire raging so that we can light the fire on the other people so that they can get up and act. Move into action.
Yes, my sister. Yes.
Yeah. So, Empress, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, my sister Amoya. How are you?
Awesome.
How was your weekend?
My week was good. Awesome. I know this little discourse that we're going to have tonight, which you already know, is for the gentlemen, for the men out there. And as my brother rightly said, there are some men who are deadbeats and some who are trying their best to make things work. But you know what? I want to address everybody this evening, because not everybody understands what is the driving force in their minds, in their psyche, where they behave the way they do. Some of them have an idea, some of them don't. And let me say this, let me put out a little disclaimer. This is for our brothers. Okay, this is for our kings. And men, when I say kings, I'm not trying to be facetious, because you are kings. Go back into your history and look. You are kings. You're from a line of kings. We are royalty. And it's not a joke. It is not a joke. So yes, and this is for our men. And this really is because of the where I grew up. I have seen things, you know, and I am really speaking to the issues that I've seen and some of the things that I'm seeing today because of what men experience coming up. Okay.
Yes.
So that being said, I know it's also not customary to have women discussing on this level, you know, about men. But believe me, we know, we see it, we understand it, and it needs to be said. And for those who do not know, we need to bring it to their awareness. So let's jump right in.
Okay, my
Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to the men. And
Yes, thank you, thank you.
I hope you guys know that there was a new moon on the 21st.
Wow. So from
Yes.
what I'm hearing, we're in retrograde with
Yes, there's a new moon. But guess what? Many people couldn't see it because of the haze and the clouds. Hello, something is going on.
Yes.
they don't want us to
Anyway,
see.
anyway. All right. So we're looking at men, we're looking at what drives them, what ails them, why they behave the way they do. And we're talking about behavior. Behaviors are taught. And if behaviors are taught, somebody is learning those behaviors, correct? And we learn things from family, from church, school, from the entire community. So all our behaviors and our habits and all of the attitudes and all of these things are learned behaviors. Now, many men grow up, as we have seen today, and in yesteryear and in years gone by, many men grew up with resentment because they believe, and rightly so, that they were unfairly treated by their parents, for example, with the girl being on the inside and the boys have to be outside. Yeah, they play games and all of that, but they have to do the hard work, here and there. So they believe that they should be strong and girls are the weak ones, the dainty ones and all of that. That was the reality they grew up with. And society has done its damage by teaching men that, well, when you talk about gender, okay, who tell you that a boy should be wearing blue and girls should be wearing pink clothes? Boys should be playing with trucks and girls play with toys. Why can't boys play with toys? It doesn't mean it's going to make them into a what's the word? What's the word I want to use? I nearly said faggot, but
No.
no, but seriously, a boy's going to get married one day. Why not, play with a doll? So these are some of the things that we teach them. And so if we see a boy crying or we say for no reason at all, we call him a wuss, we call him a sissy. So, there are things we do to our men. We pressure them into doing what we call, how to function according to societal standards. But the chaotic part of it is that it's not the reality, because what they grew up with, they become today. Okay? Men, there are some men who have been improperly nurtured, if I can even call it nurture, because there's no father figure in the home. There's no father to help them out and all of that. So if they didn't have an example by which to live, how are they going to impart that to their families when they get older? There was no father figure there to show them how to love, show them how to care, help them to understand that they should go to school and learn. We're not going to talk about the fact that the school is, dumbing us down. But there was no father there to guide them, to show them how to be a man. So you can't give what you don't have. And because of that, they behave the way they do today. We lash out at men, and rightly so, understandably so. We lash out at them when they fail to live up to the standards that we create in our minds, and they are good standards. We create these standards and we think they should have it, but they can't have it because they didn't get it. So they grow up, they fail school, they turn to crime and all of that sort of thing, and some of them become womanizers and what have you. And it's all because of society. So we understand that duality exists in the universe, okay? There has to be a balance in everything. And we understand that girls are more emotional, we know that, and men are more logical. We know that. But we need the two of them in the home. We need the emotional side of things. We need the logical side of things to balance the home life so that the children coming up can be properly nurtured. Am I right, Sister SCURV?
My sister, you just hit it. You know what? It is so hard. To be honest, it's really hard for our brothers, even more than our sisters, because we know they go through a lot, and then and for me here, especially in this country with the system and everything, I think that because they know our men are so strong, the women are stronger, and they
Mm-hmm.
know that with the woman behind the man, it's gonna be too much power going on in there, and we're gonna, the children are gonna come out to be so on top, so they don't want that, and that's why they have to remove the men them from out the homes, and my thing is that like when you have boys and even as a single mom,
Mm-hmm.
you really need the dad in the home.
There you
You
go.
don't need the dad out. But even when you as when we were growing up and you have your brothers and you have the sisters and whatever, I always believe a mom should never downgrade their sons. And if they do little things, as you say, with the dolls and all that stuff, they saying, "Oh, you don't need to play with no doll because you're gonna turn out to be a little sissy and whatever. Why you playing with boy?"
Sissy and
And
woof.
yes,
Yes.
and it is so true about what you said about that because it's wrong. As you said, who said that a boy can't play with dolls? Why not play with dolls? Because you
Mm-hmm.
ain't you supposed to know what a female is like and whatever and all the doll and what you can do to your little girlfriend or whatever and say the girlfriend, oh, they look beautiful in this dress or whatever and all that
That's
stuff, but
right.
they try to put them down, and sometimes we as parents, we are the one turn out our children to be the way they are a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
because we push them out there to do these things because they believe these things that we are telling them, oh, you this, you that, you whatever, and stuff like that. Instead of for us to uplift them, we don't do that. So we just push them out there and say all these bad things. And we have to be careful of what we're saying in our home. And it's very important for us to keep the brothers in the home. And,
Mm-hmm.
and, and, so sisters, we have a job to do also, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have to work on ourselves too. We have to be careful of what we're saying, how we treat the brothers, and the brothers have to be careful how they treat the sisters. So we have a
Definitely.
lot to work on, and we need to work together on that, my sister.
True. True. And there's a when they undergo the pressure of the upbringing in the home. They grow with that, and now when they become adults, they don't know what to do because if they didn't, like I said, if they didn't get it, they can't impart it. So now that they become adults, they get confused, and the many men will, they'll just walk out of the house. They will have family, and they'll just leave. And we don't know why. And we call them names, we call them muckies, and we call them everything else. So that's pressure added to pressure. Okay. A lot of men have to undergo counseling because of their behavior in the home. Some of them don't understand. Because let me tell you something. Whether or not we like it or we believe it, men are people too. Right, Brother Lance? Men are
Step
people
away.
too. They have feelings. And the men can cry, men can hurt,
Yes,
and
yes.
that is a man cannot. Listen, let me tell you something. Men are logical creatures, and women are emotional. However,
Mm-hmm.
problem with is a man. You know, his first thing he do, hang himself. Hello,
Well,
why
listen.
does it no? See, we need to think about it. Why does he do that? Why does he? Because he's not equipped to handle the problem like women can.
Well, see, let me just add in, and I said I was going to be like really quiet and just kind of sit to the side and just add in and sprinkling like a nice little bit of seasoning, but I don't want to dominate, bring too much
That's
male
okay.
energy. But I
You
do
need
want to
to be
say,
here.
no.
They need to hear your voice too. I know they want to hear us ladies, but they need to hear you as a
Well, you know, I'm
man.
very polite, but I will put it
Yes.
down this way. Men need to know how to look. Imagine you didn't perspire. Imagine you couldn't go to the bathroom. We
Mm-hmm.
have things physically that we need to get off in the process of growing physically. You take in nutrients, you let them off. You get a little overheated, you sweat. Imagine you go outside in the hot sun and you can't sweat. You're going to collapse.
Mm.
So the same principle goes for our emotional or spiritual or mental. And with the mental and emotional connection that we have, and we're speaking about our brothers, Maybe others can get something out of this, but we're focusing on our brothers. This is what this channel is all about. That we don't get our manhood feeling completely in this society until far later than most others. We're not allowed to be men. And when you're a man and they see that you're a man, this is an overall statement, it's just about a crime. And I will say this to not be lewd. I'll say it like this. Let's just get back into it. A man with a proper mind who is upstanding morally and on all levels, and he is a man who is in possession of a black penis, he can procreate and bring more forth like him, that is a violation in American society. And I spell America with 3 Ks, okay? As long as you're running around like a woman, as long as you're running around like that projected image of a thug, they're okay with that. But now they try to make it seem like none of us can cry. Crying is one of the best things that we can do. We're not talking about crying all the time or holding it in.
Right.
No. But when you have something emotional going on and you are a man, that's that's strength right there. We're not talking about the ones, oh, I can't handle it again. And sometimes you feel down. And even I cry when enthused about something. I cry right before I'm about to fight somebody. It's just it's just how, emotional sweat is what I call it, right? You're sweating emotionally. It's cooling you down. We got things, we have pressures. It is so challenging. There are many things that we don't learn in these schools. There are many households that don't have a man and or even a woman or anybody to teach us the basic things. How do we budget? Who taught us how to budget? A lot of times we don't know nothing about money. That's why we can't handle it. How do we deal with our sisters? A lot of times we're only young and seeing it on TV. Oh, shake your thing, girl. I'm going to get with you. And then we make a baby. We don't even know how to treat the woman now. We don't even know how to be a father to the child, but we're accused. Right? So we didn't have a good start from the beginning, many of us, and this is why the black family is very important. It's the launching pad for success. It's the glue that holds the community together, and it's very important. But it all starts with manhood and womanhood. But tonight we're speaking about manhood, fatherhood, and what a father should do.
That's right. 100% correct. And earlier you touched on something that has a deeper connotation than we imagine, but we'll address that some other time. However, let me just say that in addition to what you just said, what has been inculcated in men is that they should behave at the lowest level just to display the carnal instincts. Go out there, get a girl pregnant. Listen to the songs that they're singing. Go out there, get a girl pregnant, or you go, have sex with a girl and that sort of thing and call it a day. But that does not make a father. That does not make you a man. It only makes you a sperm donor. And society, again, especially in these modern times, society ensures that our men remain, less than a man, so to speak. When we want our strong brothers or kings beside us, we don't get them. Because society has stripped every ounce of decency from them from birth. So they don't grow up to know who they are and even to understand what they're supposed to be or how they're supposed to function. And that's a sorry condition for our men today. So our men need to learn about themselves. They need to not fear, because you see this thing, what is going on now with, all the fear that is being inoculated in our psyche. Fear is one of the worst things that can happen to us. And every day we live in fear. And one of these days we're going to address the whole issue of fear and this whole thing about loving and all of that. Love is so misunderstood. One of these days we'll address that. But for the most part now, we are living in fear, and fear strips us of everything we have. And our men are suffering. They're suffering internally. They try to look good on the outside, but things are not going well on the inside.
Yeah, they're hurting on the inside. Also, my sister, what I would like to say on what you and Brother Lance just talked about. It's very, very important that in the home, when we have our children, why it's so important for us to have the father and the mother home with the children. We Fathers need to teach their sons how to handle a girlfriend, a wife, or whatever, a mate, whatever, when they get out there. The
Mm-hmm.
father have their role to play in the home with
Oh yeah.
the girls and the boys, and the mother have their role, because you
Yes.
also have to teach your sons when they go out there and they get a wife or a girlfriend, whoever they have in their life, pregnant
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, they need to also learn how to change a diaper, because
Of course.
you're not gonna able to just sit around while your wife alone up at night taking care of the baby and all this stuff. So we really have a job to do, and most of us are not doing our job. We fail. We really fail bad, and this is why we have so much problem right now. And now what is happening, especially in this place, the government just take control of your old family, jumped in. That's why I rather stay out. They stay out of my business, stay out my way, and everything. I rather do it on my own, work 10 jobs or 50 jobs, whatever, than going to the
Mm-hmm.
government, because you're bringing them in your home, in your business, with your children and all that stuff.
True.
So we really have to be careful. And I'm saying this to the sisters, and I'm saying this to the brothers. We have to work together, brothers and sisters. We are queens and kings, and we really have to work together and show love and unity. Until we
Mm-hmm.
start doing this, we're not going to get anywhere, because we're always going to have the government and this dirty system in our life. And we need to get
Yes.
this dirty system out of our life. You know, when a dirty water coming down the stream, like a dirty river overflowing, when the rain comes hard and you hear it rolling, this is what these people do. They just want to take over our life and just control everything, come in
Yep.
our homes and tell us what to do, come and check our homes. We don't need that in our life. Let them do that to themselves if they want to do that to themselves. But we need to get this out of our life, out everything. We need to step away from these people. We don't need this in our life, because we realize in this place called America, or whatever you want to call it, that we are in, whenever time they say sit on your ass, everybody sit on their ass. The whole
Yep.
world shut down and sit on their ass. Whatever they say, you do it. We have to stop listening to bullshit stuff and start doing what we needs to do. This is no time to be joking and playing around with all this stuff. Brothers, this is serious. We need to get back to basics and know what we need to do right now. This is not even a joke about none of this stuff. We need to get back with our sisters. Sisters, we need to get back to our brothers. We need to unite together, brothers and sisters, so we can
Yes.
have the children them together in the home. We can sit down and have a conversation with them and do what we need to do. And again, it starts from home with
Yep.
us as parents, mothers and fathers. We need to do this together. We have to plan this before we even dating anybody. We got to start over. We got to start teaching the children. We got to start this thing all over. We do it all wrong, all backwards, you know. So now we got to change everything that is happening right now.
Well,
So
let me.
this is
Awesome.
I want to add something in on that too.
Yes.
A few points, but I'll make them quick, because you know what? Once I hear all of us vibing and talking, it just stimulates me, and my mind just goes off. The way I feel right now, I can talk for like 8 hours, go to the bathroom, and come back and talk for another 8. But
Okay now.
you know, it's just like when we mentioned about men who are fathers teaching their sons how to be men, how to be how to be that pristine manifestation of manhood. But we can only go as high as that father knows. You see what I mean? If he doesn't know, he's not going to be able to convey over the proper way to that son, right? And of course, to the daughter. But we're speaking about manhood and fatherhood for both, but we're speaking about the son right now, right? That being said, it's not just telling you, not like a weekend father, say the parents not together. It's not just telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that. That doesn't have an effect, right? How can I tell you how hot the stove is if you never touched it before? You're going to have to be allowed to touch that stove and feel the heat. You see, for every situation in our life, and in the world and on this earthly plane, there's an example in nature. And so what do I mean by that? You're going to have to spend time with them, but you're going to have something to bring to them. When you look up and you see a full moon, you know that the tide will be high. The moon has a gravitational pull on all water on the earth. What's out there in the oceans and seas, lakes and streams, and also in the water in our body. That tells me proximity is very important. So this is why, again, Black family, you must stay together. The other thing which may seem off topic is that when you said love, what is love? See, we have the European version of what love they say it should be. You lust after, or you desire them from because they're so beautiful, because they're so pretty, because they're so nice and they treat you so nice. That's not life. You see, or do you love them, or are you in the process of loving them? See, it's not just, oh, I love you, because you can turn around, something happened, and you're gone. I don't love you no more. And this is what happens now in the social media generations, where we look at somebody, we see a profile picture. Oh, they look so nice. Let me date them. Oh, I love you because you're doing things that make you physically feel good. What about going the long haul? What about a marriage and commitment and sticking to the person when they're sick, or they lose or gain weight, or they don't make money anymore, or they just don't look the same or act the same? They're going through menopause. And what happens to the commitment? See, so just telling the son, this is how you treat young ladies, he's going to learn more from you as a father by watching how you treat your wife or the person who you were with, who is his mother. Lead by example.
That's right. That's correct. You know, you touched on love. Love is an overworked word. We need to teach our young men the morals that they need to impart to their families. They need to learn right from wrong. They need to understand the whole concept of love, appreciation, and especially in a family, how to treat your women, how to treat your children. You know, let me backtrack a little bit. Record shows, scientists, well, you know, we don't need scientists for that, but anyway, they went out and they did the test, and they realized that a home that has a good father figure produces better children. They will do better in sports, you know, for the most part. They do well in schools, and they turn out to be, you know, the leaders in society. Well, we didn't need any scientists to determine that. But our home structure was messed up from the times of slavery, when they used to take away our strong men and they send them to different plantations, and the women were left to rear the children that the slave masters, you know, give them. So, you know, they used to mess around these girls and all of that. And then it's just a whole big mess. I don't want to get into all of that. However, we need to understand something. A man, somebody say a man is a man is a man, but a man needs to have more than just the brawn, more than just physical strength. He needs to have emotional strength. He needs to have that spiritual strength, so that the children that he produces can come out with all the right attributes, and they could be better contributors of the society. My sister made a point earlier about not wanting the government in your faces and all of that. When you can provide for your families emotionally and every other kind of alley, when you can do that, the government will not have to come in, and as a matter of fact, you will not have to go beg them anything, beg them a little food, then they have to come in and check, okay, what's your income like? What's your expenses? How many of you are living in this household? How much you pay for rent? Whatever. And they give you a little bad food, and let me tell you something, is that good food you're getting. They give you a little bad food to mess you up more. Okay? So it's a whole lot of things going on, and our men are, many of them are aware of what's going on, and they're afraid. Gentlemen, let me tell you something. You don't have to fear. Just breathe, take a deep breath, take a time out. Go by yourself and try to figure out, what can I do? Maybe I don't have the wherewithal to rear a family. I don't know what to do. Reach out to somebody who can help you. You know, brethren, it's time for us to network. Let's us do our networking. Okay, women, men, reach out to one another. Build your communities, build your family, build your homes, build your children, build strong communities, because this is when we need it. We can't deal with the separation now. Now is it time for us as a people to come together, and we need our strong Black kings. We need them in the community as pillars in the community. We are right up there with you, but we need you. We can't afford to lose you. So kings, please understand what's going on. You know, you have a lot of men who they don't pay attention to the current affairs. You know, they like to watch the TV and on the phone and all of that. But it's time for men to get serious and to focus on themselves, where you're coming from, how did we get here, where are we going from here? Okay. And another thing my brother touched on earlier, and I'm going to expand on that, is a matter of health. You may not see your father, if you had one, fussing about getting medical treatment. No, I'm not a big fan of doctors, so don't get me wrong. But they give you the bad medication and the antibiotics and what have you to mess you up. Well, that's a different story. I digress. However, most of us men, we know we have a body, but we don't take care of it. We like to drink, we like to smoke, we like to put all of these poisons, I call them poisons, in our bodies. And it cannot work. If you're going to be around us to help us, men, we need you. Your children need you. And we need you to be healthy. Did you know that it is said, and it's true, that, let me say black men suffer from cardiovascular disease more than anybody else. It's frightening. When I heard about it, whether it's true or not, but that's what they said. Okay? And it's in all the science books. But it's frightening to know that I can lose my black brother, my prince, my king, any day because of that. Let me tell you something. The blood is thicker. We have thicker blood than everybody else, all right? So, brethren, take it from a sister. Cut out on the drinking and cut back on the smoking, and unless you smoke the good stuff. Understand me? All right, and cut back on the whole sweet and take care of yourself. You have to eat right. And you have to teach your children. I see fathers taking out their children to buy pizza, buy all of these whole junk. We don't need that in our bodies. Don't give it to them. Don't. Brethren, stay home and teach the children how to cook. I see men go to work and they're leaving from home. And they go to work and they're gonna go buy coffee and what the other something name? The other. I mean, no, I shouldn't be laughing because it's not a laughing matter. It's sickening.
Yeah.
And it's because of the way society is structured. We don't know that we can do things ourselves. We rely on this cheapness just because you can get a coffee for $2.75. Okay? When you can buy a jar of coffee and you can make better coffee. You can buy healthy coffee. You can make better breakfast. You go in a place and them fixing your food. I think like breakfast, the first meal of the day. Come on, man. You live in your home and you couldn't make an egg. You couldn't boil an egg. You know what they're putting in your food? They're messing us up, my sister. They're messing us up. They're messing up our black men. If you go to some places, I hate to even call them ghetto. But look at the neighborhoods that are populated by, melanated people. Everywhere you look, you see there's a liquor store, there's a corner store, and there's everything else in every kind of junk food imaginable. Okay? When you look at our men, they are unhealthy. We don't want that.
It is, what you're saying, Sister Moya, it is so true. But you know what? When we think about it, we have a lot to think about, and as a sister and a brother together, and we planning to have a child together, both of us have to take care of our body, because the brother cannot be smoking, drinking, or doing none of that stuff, or eating any bad food or whatever. And it goes the same way for the sister. You have to take care of this body. And
Yeah.
first of all, you need to clean up the body before you even think about that. And as far as with the medical thing and the doctor and whatever and stuff like that, we have to learn our herbs, what we need to put in our body and what we need to cleanse our body with, and how to take care and clean our blood, so we don't have to deal with the system and deal with the bullcrap stuff. Because the first thing you go in there, sometimes nothing ain't wrong with you, and they're gonna test you and said, the brother have high blood pressure, the brother have diabetes or whatever. And right now the brother is gonna get messed up because the brother gets scared. Now they get in all this medication, they start taking all this medication. Now, you know, they're feeling stressed and down all the time, going to work and not taking care of their body, but taking this medication, not eating right. And this is where we come in, sisters. If whenever you see your brother, whoever it may be, whether it's your brother, your husband, your father, whatever, going through this struggle, we have to help. We have to jump in and help. This is where we're coming. We have to stop doing the things that we're doing. Our minds are in a different place. We are not thinking straight, sisters, either. Our mind is all messed up, screwed up. A lot of us thinking about, I'm going to get my hair did. I'm just saying the way y'all say, you know, I get my hair did, I gotta get my nails did, and all this stuff.
I'm gonna get my hair did. I'm gonna get my nails did. I'm gonna get my piercings in. I'm gonna be looking good when we go to the club, girl. I'm gonna find me a man with a nice car, and he gonna spend all his money on me. And if you're really a good catch, I'm gonna have a baby.
No, but we have so much to think about, sisters. Also, we have to take care of these. We have our kings in our homes and stuff. We have to make sure, say, we sit down and we have this conversation. Brother Scurv, you can't eat like this. This is not gonna happen in here. This is what I'm fixing for you tonight or this morning or whatever. Nice breakfast, big breakfast, because that's the meal that you're supposed, the biggest meal you're supposed to have for the day, a big breakfast. So if you, whatever time you decide to have breakfast, make it be a big one. So the rest of the day you just have like salad and stuff like that. But we as sisters, we have a job to do, and brothers, I'm not leaving you out of it because you have a job to do also. So we have to work together to make this work, and this is the only way it's gonna work. We got to start taking care of ourselves, brothers. A lot of you brothers do not take care of yourself. I make sure, Brother Scurv, I tell him, you gotta change this, you gotta change that. This is what you gotta do. This is how we're gonna work, because you have to stay healthy. You can't do this to yourself. So these are the things that we need to do, brothers and sisters. We have to work together to make it right. And when our children, they see we're doing the darn thing together and we're working together, they don't have no other choice but to do the same thing, because whatever we do in the home, trust me, they pick up the same practice. They're gonna do it.
Right.
If we do good, they're gonna do good. If we do bad, they're gonna do bad. Just like brothers, if you hit your wife, then and your son and your daughter see that, they're gonna believe it's the right thing to do. So we have to really take care of ourselves. We're not gonna step out there and get all these bullcrap people out there to tell us how to live our lives and what we need to do in our home, how we need to fix our problem. We need to fix it ourselves. So now we got to get the family together and work together. Brothers need to get back in the home, you know, because this is how we're going to work together. We're going to unite together. We're going to do the darn thing together. So we have a big job to do, and we really, it's not a joke, because some of us take it like it's a joke or whatever. You don't, you sisters, tell you that you can just get up and say, when you have a family to take care of, you're going to get up and you're going to tell your husband and the children, oh, I'm going to get my hair done, I'm going to get my nails done and all this stuff. You have a job to do. You need to do your job in the home. Complete your job in the home. I'm not telling you that you don't need to take care of yourself, no, because you need to take care of yourself. But sometimes, sisters, we fail too, because we take care of ourselves, because we have to get all this thing done. We have to get the weave on and the nails and the makeup and all this stuff, which is not important. You understand what I'm saying? We can fix ourselves at home by ourselves. We can do these things by ourselves. We have to learn how to do these things. I'm going to tell you something. when I came here to this country in '86, and I remember saying to my brother, because he one of my brother, and he was here before me, and one day I said to him, because I wasn't working, I just came here, I was here like 2 weeks or whatever, and I said to him, can I get some money to go get my hair washed and whatever? You know what he told me? He told me, you better go wash your own hair and go in the bathroom in the mirror and learn how to do your own hair. And trust me, I did it real fast too.
All right.
So we have work on our hand, and we have to decide what are we going to do. If we're going to fail, or what are we going to do? Are we going to make the system take over our life and take control of our life? We see what's going on in this world, and because we are not standing up for our rights, and we're not doing what we need to do and show them that we're going to stand up for our rights, this is why all this chaos and all this foolishness is going on right now. Because we as a people, if we were uniting together and do what we need to do, we wouldn't be running around like we don't have no sense. And we need to really pay attention to what's going on. And we can't be cussing the brothers them and say, get the hell out, whatever, and all that stuff. We have to pay attention. We can't treat them like piece of crap and expect they're going to be there. So we have a job to do also. We know we
That's
already
right.
talked about the sister them the other day, but now we have to put some of the blame on the sisters them too, because we do things that we don't have no business doing anyway to get the brothers them out. So
Agreed.
now we have a big job to do to unite our families back together, get our brothers in their own back. So sisters,
Yes.
I'm putting it on you all. You need to work on this and stop with the foolishness. No time, no more
Awesome.
time to waste. We don't have no more time to waste.
Awesome.
So let's
Awesome.
work on this. You know, we talking to the sisters, and we're talking to the brothers, because we know we are here, and whatever we can do or say to help to bring the family them back together, we're gonna do it.
True. Women alone cannot build communities. We need the men. We need our kings beside us. We alone cannot build communities. And we have to understand we are under attack from all angles, and especially the men. I mean, we all are, but men in particular, they are under attack because, first of all, look at how many men are in prison. And I'm not going to tell you to look at how many men they are killing out, because we learn of a few on YouTube and, in the news. But what about the hundreds of killings that are going on every day that you don't hear about? What about people who are dragged off? You know how many black men they take off, they drive in their car and they just pull them over and drag them into the jailhouse, and they couldn't put a charge on them, and they keep them there for time and for how long until they let them out, and then they go back and get them and they end up in prison. And there's no charge on them. You know how many? And it is happening all over America. Our communities are under attack, and it's time we stop and take stock, listen, look around, see what is going on, and make an effort to correct it. And only we can correct it ourselves. We cannot be looking to anybody else, because nobody has our interests at heart. We have to be looking to our brothers, our sisters, because the children are coming up, and children live what they learn. What are we teaching our children? If you don't have it, you can't give it. So now it's time for us as a community to network, to get together, and we have to make sure that our health, we are in tip-top condition, because let me tell you something. We're putting stuff in our bodies, and when diseases come, we will not be able to fight it. Our bodies will be susceptible to just about everything. Can't fight it. So we should not be trying to weaken our system now. Let's do away with the fad and the fancy. Let's try to eat for good health. Like I said, I'm not a fan of allopathic therapies. I don't really like those guys. I have to go there, but I tell myself if my foot chop off, well, that's a different story. But outside of that, I'm not going. Nobody going to fling me up against anything and put in it machine and poke me here and there. No way. but we have to take care of ourselves. We have the means. Even this guy, what's his name again? Hippocrates, I think he said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food.
Yes.
So we have to have that in place so that as men, as women and men, and especially men, because of who that those are the people we are addressing tonight, we are mentally capable of handling the pressure. We are mentally capable of handling our homes because a sick man can't function. And let us not spend the money, spend it unwisely, only to know that later on down the road we have to be spending thousands on healthcare when we could be doing something else with that money.
True.
These are things that we need to be focusing on as a family, as a community, as people standing up for our children. I am all in favor of rearing the children right. And I firmly believe that you need a mother, a strong mother, and a strong father. You need to have these people in place to teach the children love, honesty, truth, wisdom, all the morals. I firmly believe that. Another thing we need to look at also is our investment. Sometimes, we tend to get carried away and we spend unwisely. Yeah, it's your money. Yeah, you're working. You work hard. You like a nice watch, expensive phone. We need the name brand clothes, but do you need it? Is it a need or a want? Are we pandering to our egos? We're building communities. You see, the world is changing. I have said that all the time. The world is changing right in front of our eyes. And coming out of this situation, the world will not be the same. And there's something going on. There's a smoke screen going on. Don't watch what you see. Look beyond that. Are we ready? Health-wise, financially? Are we ready spiritually? Are we ready? We have to make ourselves ready. And we need our men to take us through this. So, we believe that it's hard to save because we might only have one job, But whatever you can save, save. Whatever you can do to save, however you can network, whatever you can do, just get it done. Some of us, we go to church and, the Bible tells us that some people say that money is the root of all evil. Some people say that the love of money is the root of all evil. But I say lack of money is the root of all evil. Because if you don't have money, you can't help yourself. You can't help your family. You can't help your children. And if you spend unwisely, you'll be in debt. You won't have anything. You won't have anything for your future. And let me just say this as an aside. Every cent that we spend, all right? If we buy a candy, if we buy clothes, it doesn't matter what we buy. Every cent that we spend ends up, one, on the stock market, and from there, it goes to different places in the world. Okay? Because your money gets invested in companies that you have never heard of, nor will you be hearing about them. Okay? So, if your money can go so far, you have to be earning it from somewhere. But if your money can end up elsewhere, why can't you invest in yourselves, in your community? It shouldn't be a hard thing. So,
can I say something about that?
Yes,
Sister
go ahead.
Moya?
Jump right in, sister. Mm-hmm.
The one of the biggest problem we have, especially in this place, and we know that we have that in the Caribbean because we know how it's so hard to even get any money to invest. As a melanated people, it's hard to get money to invest in any business or anything. What we need as melanated people or African people, whatever you want to call yourself, what we need a place for herself, not here, because we need, I'm not telling you, as I always say, I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm not telling you what to go. Everybody have to make their own decision. But I'm just telling you something that we need to be in a place where we can grow our own food and do everything for ourselves. We need to be in a place where we can invest in ourselves. We can do the things and for ourselves. We can't rely on this place and this government and the puppets them and the criminals them that they put over us.
Right. They're not there for us. You're right.
We can't rely on these people because especially in this place, we will never get anywhere in this place because they don't want to see us get on top because they know that we are powerful people. They know how great we are, how strong we are, and we are everything. We are spiritual people. You understand what I'm saying? We are,
Yes.
and you have to put this in your head, brothers and sisters. We are spiritual people, and we need to be in a place and not here. We need to be in that place where we can able to sit down and think for ourselves. Our brothers, they need peace and quiet into a place where they can lock themselves somewhere where they can meditate. You understand what I'm saying? They don't
Right.
have a chance to do that. They can't even walk down the street. They can't drive down the street without a cop pulling them over and putting them through
Telling them,
hell.
man.
So we have problem right here. We have a lot of problem in our hands, and we have to start thinking because it's too much stuff is going on. And these people, until we get this in our head, that these people don't give a damn about they just jumping up and down and acting like they care about us. They know what the hell is going on, and they know it's judgment and the ass. So that's why they're doing all these things. So we have to really knock this in our head that we need to damn unite together. And until when we start doing these things, we are not going to get anywhere. We're wasting too much time. Please get this in your head that we are spiritual people. We are different. We are not like them. Don't put yourself with them and like we are with them. No, no, no. We are spiritual people. We need to walk like that. We need to walk like we have authority. We need to walk like we have power. We need to understand that when we're doing what we need to do and unite together, that nobody, no one can ever touch us. Trust me, whenever time you know that and you know who you are, then you will realize that your ancestors, the universe is behind you. And
Yes.
when anyone comes at you, they'll see a million of you and they can't even touch you because they're going to wonder what the hell is going on. So start paying attention, brothers and sisters, to what is going on. Don't waste no time and think that we're going to get nothing from these people. These people are not going to give us nothing. They don't give a damn about us. They don't care about us. They never was before. Because listen to me, I wasn't born in this country, but let me tell you something. When I watch Black Wall Street and what happened to our people, and every black brothers and sisters need to see that what they have done to us. And let me tell you something. This is some of these things that happening with our brothers them that know what's going on. When they see these things and it hit them in their head, it mess up a lot of our brothers them also. So that's why we have to take good care and tender care for a lot of our brothers them. Not that our brothers, I'm not going to say they are lazy or whatever. This thing here that happened in this place here have messed them up. I'm telling you, when you think about what they have done to our brothers and our sisters, this have messed us up so much. So we have so much to think about, and we need to think about these things. It's so much. So now we have a job to do that we have to teach our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren and want them to come after. We have to start teaching them, and even our brothers, them that is older, our husband, our father, we have to start teaching them and taking baby steps every day because of these things that mess their mind up. And that's why a lot of our brothers, they're walking on the street and we thinking that they are crazy. They are not crazy, because when they come to know, You understand? This is what's going on in their head. They are not crazy, brothers and sisters. So we have to start taking care of them, and we need to get together. And I'm not going to stop saying that we need to unite together, because we are a special people, and they know that. We are powerful, we are strong, we are everything. We are everything, and they have stolen so much from us. And right now, we have to start over and do what we need to do, because we're wasting too much time. This is no time to waste. Our children them is going and fall by the wayside if we waste any more time. So let's start now, brothers and sisters, and we need to help the brothers them. I'm telling you, we need to help them. And sisters, while you in the homes with the brother, and the brother is there working hard, going to a job every day with the whip over their back, because that's what they do to all of us. When you go on the job, they watch you like they over you. And I don't like it. I don't like it, because I don't like nobody watch me. I know how to do my job, and I don't like people watching me, especially you know who, the yellow and the pink and the purple and the whatever, you know. So we have a job to do, and we need to pay attention where we can have our own flipping thing going. Yes. So we don't have to deal with nobody like that, and we can teach our children how to get together with each other. They can get together with their peers and do what they need to do. Teach them. When I was growing up, I know all the young guys that was growing up in the community, they know how to build a house. They know how to do carpenter work. They know, you see, we have shoemaker in the district. We have the dressmakers and all this stuff. We need to go back to those things. We need to do everything for ourselves. And people were buying it. We were going to get measured for her clothes or shoes and all that stuff. We have to do these things, and our brother have to go back to do their tailoring. These guys was making suits and all for the guys in the district, and we have to start going back. So that's how we need to go back and build our community, get together and do what we need to do, and build our brothers and make them stronger. If we don't do that, we're gonna lose our brothers them. So we have to fight for them, sisters. We have to start fighting for our brothers them out there. Please, my sisters out there, we have to start fighting for these brothers to get them back in place, and that they know what to do. We can't lose our brothers them. We can't lose them. Make sure you're fixing a breakfast, a lunch for them when they're going to work, so they don't have to go out there and go to McDonald's or Wendy's and buy the bad food and eat it. And then the doctor saying they have diabetes and they're taking these pills and whatever, that they're not eating right and all that stuff. If you are taking those medication and within 14 to 21 days, nothing ain't happening to you, you need to put it in the trash can. You need to start cleaning up your blood and do what you need to do. Clean up your system, clean out your blood. And stay on your herbs, and you're going to see exercise, and your mind have to be right, because you know what, you have to be happy in the home, your mind have to be right, everything have to be working right. So we have to work together with each other to make it done, right? Because that's how, when we were growing up, that's what we see our parents do. They work together and get things done. And that's how our parents teach us. So when we come now and get married, then we know how to treat our husband or our wife and whatever, and all the good stuff. So we need to go back to that. We need to do what we need to do. This is really crucial. This is time for us to really, really wake up our behind, or we are gonna have to set some fire under everybody behind our sisters and our brothers to wake them up and realize that we're wasting too much time.
Awesome. You know, I want to hear from Brother SCURV, but before I do that, let me just add to what you said, because, you know, just this afternoon, my grandson asked me about Black Wall Street, and I was explaining it to him, okay? But there were more, I'm sure everybody has heard of Black Wall Street, but there were more communities all over America back in the day. That, you know, I'm talking about melanated people. They were very, very wealthy. So it tells you a little more about them, that not everybody came over here as slaves. Okay? They want us to believe that every black person in America, well, let me put it another way, that the slaves were here. Any black person who came there from a few hundred years ago, they were slaves. But they came here and saw melanated people. Okay? I won't get into that. However, communities, there are hundreds of communities all over America that were very, very wealthy. They had their own schools, their own transportation system, banks. They have their own banks and all of that. They had it. They had like hundreds of acres of land. But guess what? The other people came in and they take everything away from us. Okay? So now, a brother, he might, work hard and save, and he's able to buy a car or something like that, and he's strutting his stuff because he thinks he's on top of the world. Let me tell you something, my brother. It is your legacy. You were wealthy before. It was stolen from you. All right? So, yes, we have been so impoverished that we don't even realize. We didn't know that some of us could be rich again, but yes, it can happen. And as my sister correctly said, when we learn to survive, when we learn how to rely on ourselves, when we learn self-sustenance, we can make it, and we can make it happen, and we can make it big, damn big. Okay, and this is what they don't want, because the powers that be, know that. They are well aware of the power that lies within us. And that is why they try everything to make sure that we don't get together as a family or as a community. They don't ever want that to happen again. Where I used to live, right? The police used to be patrolling the area like on a daily basis. And if they see too many of us gathered together, too many black men down the street, police always stop and find out what's going on. And you're talking about all the men. They sit down there playing dummies or whatever. But yet the police had to stop and go in and find out what's going on. Where the hell they're going to go? They don't have any place to go, but they have to interfere. Understand? So they don't want to see us get together except for the church. Yes, you can go to church because they know that you know what's going on in the church. You can't get together nowhere else. You can't have a meeting. You can't do anything. Okay? They try to separate you because they know the power that you have and the potential that you have. Yes. So we need our men. We need our men. And let us not think that we're just getting a break now and we're going to be rich. We were wealthy before. We had it. See, like I said the last time, there was so much wealth in Africa. There was so much of it that even today they're still scraping.
Yep, raping us.
They had been digging and they can't exhaust all the wealth that is there. And it was our land. Okay? So wealth is our heritage. We're only reclaiming what was ours. We're only reclaiming it, or what is ours. Okay? Yes, Brother Scurv, let me hear you jump in.
Hot dog. Hot dang it. After all of what you both just said, that's like the teacher telling me to read 6 books before I come back to school the next day and do a report on all of it. It moved me in so many directions. Do you have like 48 hours to sit here and listen to what I have to say? Nah, you both of you really. And really, Fire, I don't ever want to get on your bad side. So anyway, you wouldn't see me for 2 weeks doing a show, and when I did, I'd come back all beat up, right?
You're a mess.
Welcome, everybody. This is the LANCESCURV show. I just had a little mishap. With little scratches on your face. Why don't you show it? No, anyway. Not scratches. I wouldn't have a face. I'll be rolled down in a barrel somewhere like she talks about the Jamaican politicians, right? Roll them down in a barrel and make them swim. Drown them. Banish them. Get up on the ass. When she says ass, it's different than anybody else. It's like, when she got an ass, I feel it myself. Like, oh, I hope it's not mine. But anyway, let me just add on a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a touch of love. Yeah, so, okay, overall, I just want to add on. I don't want to really take up much time. We can flow, but like I said, I want the female energy to flow. But it comes down to the black family. It comes down to us knowing our roles in the family. It comes down to us knowing our roles and knowing how to cover for each other in the family. Any good company that has an accountant that is the accountant that knows that he's the best one there, everybody else that's there knows a little bit. So if he's not there or out sick or on vacation, they can cover for him. We all need to know every position in that household. The man needs to know how to clean and cook, and the woman needs to know the things that are usually heavier handed, but still know how to do them, so that if he's not there, she can get the son or somebody else to fill in. This is a structure that we have to treat like business. We're not serious enough about our families anymore. I'm not saying it's okay for a man to go out there and cheat. I'm not saying it's okay for a woman to go out there and cheat. But understand that the structure, that family structure, must be honored beyond their own particular presence. Well, I just want to run and do this. No, you have a commitment to that presence, to that family structure that should go on beyond you. And like I've said on many shows before, a good father will say, I want to set this thing up, and I want us all to set this family up in every possible imaginable way, so that if I'm removed, it goes on beyond me. It lives on beyond me. That means he is a selfless individual, a selfless father that puts the family before him. The bad father would say, well, you mothers are in trouble if I leave up out of here, because this whole thing gonna crash. That is not a good man. We've got to rear our young men to be real men. We've got to rear them up to know the responsibility of doing so by showing them. Now, I said all that earlier before. My mind is racing from all of what you said. But again, like I said, we all have roles. We all have to fulfill those roles. We all must be committed and be accountable. We can't let each other slide. We can't see, number one, our men are in trouble, and our daughters are in trouble, our boys are in trouble because the family broke down. It all comes to that. You want to see what kind of person you're getting with? Go to that family and find out how they lived. Observe. Go and meet the mother, meet the father. Observe. It's staring you right in your face. A lot of times and I don't know why I'm saying this, because it's kind of in the topic and kind of off the topic, but a lot of times we let our desires, or physical desires for satisfaction, the eye candy element, you understand? And we go at a person and we don't know how to choose somebody correctly in loving them. And it's an investment. It's a business. Yeah, you can enjoy all the other stuff after, but you got to have a sound footing. So how are you going to raise up a strong man from a young man on a weak footing? You're going to have him confused. And yes, many of us, what happened to us though? What happened to us from the 40s and the 50s, where the majority of us in America were married, and our children came from two parent homes where they were married and committed? Look at what we have now. The majority is not that. It doesn't mean that we can't make it through. And I applaud all of the sisters who have done their best, but it's still better with two. You know, I mean, raising the kid, I have to say it is like masturbation. You know what I mean? It's better with two as opposed to one, because you're thinking about what you can get, right? Being righteous, having some, look, we're on the brink of extinction. We're heading that way, and our numbers are huge all over the world. We're still the majority. We got to stop this. We're a minority. Only here that you can say that. And how long have we been 13% of the population? We got to get that minority stigma off of our children's head. We got to think beyond America, even if you stay in America. You got to understand and expose them to things beyond this narrow-minded place that will have us only thinking that we can be rappers, booty chicks shaking their butt, basketball players, boxers, and batiman. That's the only options that we have. Or be a thug locked up in jail. Oh, I got my badge of honor, thug life. Yo. No. Don't fit into that. And we have to, even if we have an uncle or a neighbor who takes over and says, hey, let me spend a little time with him. Seek out, sisters, if you're a single mother. Seek out the male energy that you know is righteous and will bring no harm to your child. And tell this person, hey, I like the way you carry yourself. I need your male energy righteously. I'm not trying to say anything else. And again, brothers, stop preying on. I'm not talking about praying with like in church, but praying, right. Preying, right? Stop praying on them. Well, I'm going to help her out for a little while, then I'm going to make the move. Your male energy is needed. Give it freely. If you are a good man and a righteous man, you will find that one for you. But it doesn't mean you have to run through every sister that's out there that you think you can get over on. We've got to stop being hedonistic, pleasure-driven. And I understand why we've become hedonistic and pleasure driven, because many of us are living hopeless lives. I'm not saying they are hopeless, but we're living in our mind a hopeless life, not seeing any way out. So we also have got to see the value in each other. And you made a point, sister, about the money. You're 100% correct. In the system, that's what it is. But we've got to think outside of the system and not just see the value in the money. We have to know how to manage it while we're in the system, but we'll have to look forward to a system where there is no money, where we can give to each other freely without the exchange of a dollar bill. Because now in American society, the way they have us boosted up, I got to get that money, yo. I'm all about that paper. We forgot about the value in each other, what you can do for me and I can do for you. What if we were both broke? You mean I have all the food and you know how to cook and I'm not going to bring it to you to cook and let you have some too? We don't need money for whenever we give into that. Now we know if you go fix the car and go out in the world, but between your inner circle, we need to build an inner circle where we don't need money and show our children that there is an alternative way so they don't get sucked into that money state of mind when they get hurt by somebody. Well, I ain't gonna mess around, huh, man. I'm about my money. I need to mess with these women no more. See, this subject is so vast. There's so many things that we have to touch on that are around it before we even get in it. So we've got to continue this on. Now, we're going to continue tonight. I'm going to keep you on as long as I can. What I'm saying is that when we get the comments coming in on this topic, once this is uploaded as a particular video, I guarantee you that we're going to have many men and many women, or brothers and sisters, speak on a fragmented segment of this topic. And because of and I know it so well because I've been on YouTube and social media for a long time, we flavor our comments and expressions by what we've gone through. We see the world that way. And lots of times there's a lot of emotionalism, and we've got to step back away from our own situation and see it for what it is and come together on that. We've got to stop the emotionalism. 99.999% of us here have been hurt really bad on some level of another. Whether it has been an abandonment of a mother, abandonment by a father, a molestation by an uncle, or just growing up really poor and not knowing why, ridiculed and made fun of, just not emotional mothers that seem like they don't like you. There's a lot of different things that I've covered over the years in these shows, and people that I've talked to that never came on the show, but they left a permanent imprint in my heart where I kind of know what's going on, not more than anybody else, but I see the range. And we have been damaged and hurt. And we're asked to walk with a pebble in our shoe that's very sharp, and we're supposed to smile and grin and bear it. Yet we still excel. That's the ironic part. We still excel. Mr. Scurv can tell you sometimes over the years, I'm sitting there and I hear a song and I start crying hard. She might walk in on the room and I'm in the room just sitting there crying hard. Just the other day, she showed me a gentleman who was a doctor in South Florida, how the cops pulled him over or came up in his yard and disrespected him and put him in cuffs. Maybe you all saw that, and he was delivering medical supplies or something to help people out. You know, I don't believe in the COVID virus, but he was looking to help them out. Okay, he was doing a good gesture. I feel for him. I've been through that. Y'all know I was beat by 11 cops back in '89. So it brought me back to that, and I couldn't help myself. I started crying. And I was upset for the rest of the day. I have post-traumatic slave disorder. You understand? And well, you were never a slave. And so the conditions will remain the same on how you look at us. But you know what? We have to know as men and as women and family members that we define ourselves. To hell with you if you put out there that we can only be a thug, a prostitute, a batiman, a boxer, a basketball player. You set that narrative. You want us to fit into that so we can perpetuate the low standards in our society. To heck with that. We are higher than that. We are higher than those that put that out. How dare they put that on the people? But we've been so destroyed and erased of all memory of who we are supposed to be that it's easy to insert something else. If something has batteries in it already, you can't put more batteries. You got to take those batteries out. So we have to
Right.
have the understanding that something has been removed. And once it's been removed, how are they going to put it back, even though this is 2020 and we have the outward trappings of success, but we're rotten on the inside because we haven't dealt with the issues on the inside. And that's the most important thing. Total detoxification off of the system, off of what we think we are that was put on us by somebody else, and we need to rebuild. And it took time to get there. It's going to take time to come out of it.
Well said, Brother Scurv. Well said.
Yes.
You just
Yes.
being nice.
You always do it right. You know that you always do it right. And the thing about it too, we need to start teaching the children. We have to start teaching them about nature. We have to take them to different places so they can learn about different things, because our children, they don't know these things. You have grown up don't even know certain fruits. What is that? What is that? You need to go out in nature and learn different things, learn how to eat different berries, if anything, and you get caught up into a place where you no food, no nothing. You have to learn survival skills, and these are things that we need to start teaching and having class and all that stuff. We need to really get together, brothers and sisters, and start doing some things where we can teach our brothers and sisters and even their children, family together, teach them that how to cook in the kitchen, how to do their laundry, take them
Yes.
out. We should be doing long time ago before even now. But now that we are in this situation, we need to start thinking about these things, or we need to start taking trips with families and get them together, go to different countries, whether it's the motherland, the Caribbean, and learn the different things that we have out there, how to survive out there if you ever be on an island by yourself, and how to survive, how to catch a fire without having no hall, no match or anything. These are the things that we need to learn, and a lot of our brothers and sisters right here in the United States don't know nothing about these things. So we need to start doing these things, because if we don't start doing it, teaching our children, we as parents, who are parents, we are at fault a lot of these things, because we didn't do none of these things. We didn't do our job. We didn't do our job, and that's why we fail our children them, and then you have them locked up and all the crap. Even though I know with the system that they have in place, they have this system in place. It's like it's just for us with the bullshit stuff. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you don't have to do anything for these people. I remember one morning I was driving, and it was on a Tuesday morning. I was driving to work, and this police officer was in front. He was in front of me, riding a bike. And would you believe this man? I'm way behind him because I don't drive close to anyone. And he pulled me over. He pulled me over, and I said to him, "So what do you pull me over for?" Because I have to say something. I'm not gonna let they think they can do whatever they want
Right.
to me. So I said, "Why did you pull me over?" Because I know I didn't do anything wrong. And he said, "Oh, why are you riding on my ass?" I said, "I'm on your ass. Look, really and truly, am I on your ass?" And you know what? I didn't say nothing more to him, and he have to let me go, because I didn't do nothing wrong or anything, because I have a mouth and I'm gonna say something, because these people have a way that they think they can handle you anyway. But we have to stand up for our right people. We have to do what we need to do. You understand? I'm telling you, so the way I see they do our brothers in the street, even our sisters, and throwing them down on the ground and doing all these wicked stuff to them. We need to be in a place, brothers and sisters. I cannot say that enough, that we need to be in a place by ourselves where we don't have to deal with this kind of system. We don't have, we'll have people in not in charge where we're gonna bully other people, our brothers and sisters, or we're gonna do these bad things to them. But we have our place wherever we are. It's well secure. So nobody can come in from the outside and do anything to none of our brothers or our sisters, and he'll treat our children, our brothers or our sisters in there. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that we need to put in place. Until we start doing this, we're not going to get anywhere. We're just going to keep talking all the time, and nothing is not going to happen. But we really have to get together, and that's why I say we have to be serious about whatever we are doing at this point. You understand? So let's start working on this and get our children them together. Let them know what is a mango tree. Let our boys know how to climb a mango tree, a orange tree, a coconut tree. So if in case they want to climb it to get something, they can go up there and get it. Trust me, I used to climb the trees too. So we need to learn how to do these, teach the children how to do these things and get them together. We cannot stay in this place in concrete jungle and learn anything, because they're going to teach us whatever they want to teach us in their classroom. Their rules is what they put in. We need to have our own everything. We can do right now. If we mean to get together, we mean to unite, we can even do better than on Black Wall Street,
Oh yeah.
brothers and sisters.
Oh yeah.
We are great.
Of course.
We are so much better. So we have to start working on these things, my sister. So, Sister Amoya, I'll give you the floor.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Believe me, I'm enjoying it. It's your exhilarating talk. You know, everything that you have said is so correct. We have the potential, and you know, this current pandemic should be an eye opener to us, because it brings out everything. It brings out the negativity. It brings out whatever creativity we have, all the attributes, good or bad. It brings them out. Well, so now that we have seen them, we need to work on them. We need to take it for what it is, run with the good, erase the bad or correct the bad. There's a lot of work we have to do. We have to work on ourselves in order for us to work on our families. You know, I believe, I can feel it, that our princes, our men, they really desire, they have that deep burning desire to be men. They want to be men. All right. But some of them don't know how, because think of it. There's the ego to contend with. They have to conform to society. They have to fit into a family. So they have to be the exemplary figure there. What do? They don't know how, they don't know where to start. And for those women in the know, we need to get with them. Even if they're our brothers or whoever they are, they reach out to us, we reach out to them. If we see something amiss, we can point it out tactfully, mind you, because men are sensitive people. You can't just go to them and, you know, right, but SCURV, we know that. We have to be tactful. You know, we know how to approach you guys. And women have that flair. Women can be diplomatic if they want to. And we can be dragons if we want to, but that's a different story. But, you know, they will reach out to them and just show them, help them to grow, because we need to grow ourselves. You cannot be a mother unless you have children. All right. So you want to be a wife, you have a husband, you help him to grow, help him to listen, because some men are egotistical. They don't want to hear, because they believe that, okay, there's a man. They are men, they have brawn and they know it all and all of that. No, but some of them are humble enough to listen. And those who are not humble, we can find ways of getting around them. But they really do want to be men. They really want to be the best they can be for their families. And we have to help them. We have to teach them how to be healthy. We have to help them to be strong fathers, to be the backbone. You see, we just have to help them out there. Okay? We have to help them, because women are frugal. I know that they want to go get their hair, nails, and everything else done. But my mother, she could save the Aki of the 1 cent. You remember first time we have the 1 cent with the Aki on it? My mother would save the Aki for the 1 cent. That's how my mother was. She could sew anyway, so she sew all my clothes. And she used to borrow these what we call style books, their catalogs. Yes. And she would make these dresses, and they look so, you couldn't tell if they were store-bought or whatever. They were so good, you know. But so we can help the man and show them how to save, how to invest. And investment, okay, you don't have to take your money to no bank to invest. Invest can mean a lot of things. It doesn't mean like you have to have $100,000 and whatever. Who has that kind of money nowadays? Anyway. if you have a penny, a dime, put it someplace, just notch it away someplace, all right? And try to build what you have, buy a little something or sell or whatever it is. I don't know. But there are so many different ways in which you can turn over your money. You can circulate that 1 cent into 2 cents. You can multiply that on a daily basis or weekly or whatever. But we have to do something because this current pandemic, this is an eye opener, like I said, and this is not going to end just like that. If we think it's going to go away without any flaw, let us think again.
That's right.
It is going to be around for a long time, and it's going to come with all kind of problems. And we have to understand that. We have to see that. We have to envision it and plan for it. And men, we are counting on you. We are counting on you to stand with us women to help us to make this work. Because we know you can. We know you have the strength, Brother Lance. I know you're doing everything in your power to make this thing work. All right? And I wanted to continue to encourage the men, help them to be strong fathers, help them to be strong husbands, help them to be strong community leaders, because we are standing with you. We are standing with them.
That's right. That's right. We don't have to take an office and get voted in to do the job that we're commissioned to do. We don't need that system to do what it is that we are supposed to do. As a matter of fact, right now, for us as melanated people, tongue twister, y'all, stolen Africans, this is life and death right now.
Mm-hmm.
When this thing first started all over the world, as far as spreading around, I did a video in front of an Office Depot on my phone, maybe like for 2 minutes. And I asked everybody, I said, notice that they don't attach the statistics of who has it and who doesn't. I found that very suspect, because if I know if I go out and rob a bank, they're going to put my picture and they're going to make sure it's a black man, right?
Oh, okay, no.
If COVID came from Africa, oh man.
There
they
you
would put
go.
it all over. But they were so slimy in how they did it, and I knew it. I felt it. And that's why I put that video out first. I said, listen, something's up, y'all. They have not, because I'm going to say it like this. White folks love statistics. Well, how long did you take when you urinated? Was it 28 seconds or 15? How much did you weigh? It's crazy how they look at everything. Why didn't they know? And if it was a Chinese thing, they don't have problems getting around. It's supposed to be there. And we know that this is not real. Anybody who believes this, because like it says in many memes, and I've said it before, how many people personally do you know that died from this, that didn't have a pre-existing condition, that they toe tagged somebody and said, well, they got hit by a truck. They died of coronavirus. You know what I mean? Come on. So we know what it is, but I knew it was going to swing around to us, to trap us here in this country for those of us who want to leave. Yeah. Because as much as they say that they don't like us and they don't want us and go back to Africa, when you start talking that, oh, damn, who are we going to have to suck the energy from?
Yep.
Them 10,000 girls in the Washington, D.C., 10,000. And nobody's on that. You see what I'm saying? And we're not on that. There's so many things going on in the world, and a twisted satanic
smoke screen, my brother. Smoke screen.
Exactly. And they know we're waking up. And this is why they have social media like they do, because they understand what's going on and they understand the awakening that's happening within us. Whether you want to go to the motherland or not, we are connecting, and they don't want that, because for us to be disconnected, for our communities to be disconnected, for our families to be disconnected, and even between the sexes, we have many black women online talking bad about the brothers, and many of the brothers talking about, men going their own way. Where you going to go? You going to turn into one of them little soy boys? You ain't going nowhere. You're not going to elevate as high as you can without your own. I don't care what Becky you go out there and get. It ain't going to work the same way it works. Anybody in that type of arrangement, somebody has to leave their culture, their spirituality, and their essence at the door to get to a lower vibration to deal with that person. It's like wearing shoes a size too small. Somebody ain't feeling good, and somebody can't spread their wings. Ain't nothing like a black woman for a black man. I don't care if I insult you. I'm telling you, you can get them non-factory parts for your car, but ain't nothing going to work like for a Toyota. You need Toyota parts. For a Ford, you need Ford parts. It'll work a little bit, but it ain't going to work all the way. Let's black men get back to our families. And it doesn't have to be someone that you say, I didn't have that baby. He's not my, yes, it is. Anyone within proximity of you that looks like you is yours. If we move that way now, we can pull ourselves up out of it. Now, whether we can fly across the border or not, they're trying to set us up. But so many of us are blind. And those who are awakened, there's a job for us to do. Even if you were a F up before, even if you messed up before, let's erase all emotional debt with each other and start anew and do the right thing. Can we do that? Erase all debts emotionally, all the pain. You have to meditate and come to that place and go to that person or people. And if they're not living, speak it out to them in front of the mirror. Let go of that so we can move forward. We have what happened to us with them all these hundreds of years all over the world, and we have our own things that were spawned from that imbalance. You see what I mean? So we have to release that debt with each other and move on, because they love to see us at each other's throats, and that has got to end if we're to move on and live and survive forevermore like we are promised.
True. As you mentioned, there's a worldwide awakening among us melanated people, and everything is being done. Everything and more is being done to prevent our upward mobilization. Okay? They're trying to stop us. They want to annihilate us. They want to kill us out. That's why they don't like gathering, because they know the potential that we have, the power that we have, and they're trying to stop us. Yeah, they want us to go back to Africa, but guess what? As you said, they can't do it without us. What they're trying to do is to get rid of the middle class so that they only have upper class and lower class, and we serve them. You know what I mean? And they want to suck our energies out, and that's a whole different discourse on a different level. My brother, like I said, all that is happening now is just smoke screen, and we better wake up. Some of us are still sleeping. It's time for us to wake up, open our eyes, brush ourselves off, see what is happening, and move.
That's right.
We better be serious about it.
That's right. And instead of putting out that slogan and that organization that was started by somebody else that doesn't look like us, and for people who are living decadent lifestyles, they say Black Lives Matter. Who are you begging, and who are you trying to convince? We don't need validation from anybody. We don't need to beg anybody. We know it matters. So we're speaking from a subservient position. So you know what I say that the brother said the other night in the show? Black action matters. It's about what we do. We're not trying to sit here on our knees and convince anybody else. Black action matters. You want to say melanated action matters, African action matters, whatever you call it, but we are the aggressor. As a fighter, you never get into the ring worried about what the opponent is going to do to you. You know when you're in a fight, you're going to get hit. You know when you're in a fight, you're going to catch some blows. You might be exhausted. Let him or her worry about what you are going to do. You have to be at full strength. You have to be trained mentally. You have to be in a good place emotionally. And you're going in there to tear the opponent up. And see, people will say, oh, he's trying to be violent. I'm speaking in a certain way, and you know what I mean. That you have to be undergirded and trained in that good place. So don't worry about what they do. You are the aggressor for righteousness. Yep. We're not sitting here waiting to be victims and, oh, please, don't whip me. Black Lives Matter. Please, I'm going to protest. That's exactly
what it is, coming from a slavish mentality. They're saying, am I not a man and a brother? Come on.
That's a spell.
That's what we're saying.
And they're putting it all over the place. And yeah. Black action matters. You understand? It's about us.
Don't buy into that.
And just like Malcolm X's daughter skirted around everything, and they're taking our icons and they're trying to reduce their vibration that we can't draw from. See, even Muhammad Ali's son, who only gets $1,000 a month from the estate, and I heard that he had certain issues chemically and different things, he's sold out. Willie D made a video the other day about that, and I'm going to search and see if I can find the original interview, and I'm going to do a Malcolm X's daughter type ripping apart of him, because they're trying to change the narrative so that now that we have white folks marching, what are they marching for? They benefit from the system. They want to change the visuals so years from now they can say, we were there, we cared.
Were there, we helped them, and then it goes back to them as our saviors. They help us. Yeah.
But see, they're only mad because they're suffering now because of the COVID situation. It's all a setup. It's all engineered. This is an engineered, everything's engineered, even down to, like I said, this whole pandemic. The whole thing with the marches and stuff, dropping bricks out there so you can bust up stuff, whatever. They got facial recognition. They got all these things going on. And when they do their sweeps, many of us won't be out there. We're wasting energy trying to get validation from our oppressor. We need to do our own thing, Anything that has anything to do with them is poison.
And the part of it that we out there, as you said, Brother Lance, because we out there mixing up with them and giving them our energy. You understand? We're out there sweating and mingling with these people and giving away all of our energy, and we have to be careful with those things. People, we need to pay attention to all these things. Melanated lives matter. We're not going to talk about no darn Black Lives Matter because we are not black. You understand? Black is a shirt that I have on, or a dress, or a shirt that I have, and that's black. Okay, and I don't know how they get to be white and all this stuff. They're just trying to mix up in stuff because they are the ones who come up with this Black Lives Matter. They think they're talking about us and whatever. We need to step away from this and realize what's going on. And they put it, setting us up for the kill, brothers and sisters. So we have to really pay attention to what is really going on. And this is the real thing that we need to start meditating. Go in a place, lay on your back, lay down in your bed, on the floor or whatever, meditate and do what you have to do, because it will come to you. I'm telling you, it will come. We have to start paying attention to these things because they're setting us up, brothers and sisters, and stop running around like we don't have no sense and joining up with these people. And then you're out there with some mask on, you can't breathe. Pay attention and realize what you're saying. It doesn't make no darn sense. You're making a fool out of yourself. You're making a damn fool out of yourself. You know, so you're not even paying attention to yourself. You're not even taking care of yourself. And they're doing all this for you all of us to kill off ourselves, because when you're wearing this mask, running around, and then you can't breathe, you know, you just, all the bad toxin going back in your body. So now you're all messed up. So you all need to think before you all doing these things and stop running out over there, all over the place, over the world, giving people your energy. That's what they want. They're trying to steal your energy. You need to save that.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to save that. It's just like how you're saving up.
It's not a joke.
You have a solar panel and you have the battery, and you save on the battery, because without the battery you don't have nothing. So you have to save your energy, your power, and don't let nobody steal it away from you. Save that up. Stay where you have to stay and do what you have to do, and start meditating, brothers and sisters, and do what you need to do. At this time, it's really crucial, brothers and sisters. I'm begging you and I'm telling you, sit down and talk to the family, the children. Brothers, if you're out of the home, you need to get back there. Whether you want to stay or whatever you want to do, you decide what you need to do. But you need to get in the children's lives. Do what you need to do. Stop wasting time. Stop sitting by the roadside and wasting time, or driving around playing loud music, something that doesn't make no sense, lowering your vibration. So you need to start do what you need to do at this time. And you think that these people are with you and they're gonna join with you and whatever and stuff. If it comes to the time, they'll push you over the damn mountaintop too and kill you. So you need to do what you need to do at this point and no time later, because there's something worse is coming, and this is a judgment on the land. If we don't understand what it means by judgment on the land, and it's coming sooner than you all think, don't waste no more darn time.
Let me tell you, the archons are feeding off this negative energy big time, and we don't even have a clue. All right?
Right.
I can't say it no plainer. I try to skip around some issues, but it's true. And that's why we have to be positive when these things are there, because they want us to feel this way. They want the negative energy to feed from. So they have to put these things there because they know they're going to kill a man. Let me tell you something. These people, first of all, these people don't have any conscience, okay? They're not emotional people. They're emotionless. That's the first thing. So they don't have no pity. They can go out there and kill anybody easily. I don't care because they think they're doing something good. They don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. And we're running around. I am not saying we shouldn't feel bad for our brothers, our brothers or our sisters' demise. I'm not saying that. I am saying there is a different way to deal with it. Okay? Meditate, as Sister Scurv said. Take it, do your morning, do your meditation and all of that. Because at the end of the day, you have to raise your vibration. Because when they feed on you spiritually, you don't have that energy, you don't have the strength to even heal your own self if you're sick. Okay? There's a lot of things going on now. One of these years, we're gonna talk about some stuff because we have to take it one day at a time. Baby steps.
Yes.
Don't go out there and give them your energy. Don't. That's what they want. That's why they create all of these damn problems. They go out there and they kill somebody and they do it in broad daylight because they know that somebody's going to take a video of it and somebody is going to send it across. It's going to go viral. And then, they can. That's what they want. Don't give the damn archons your energy.
They're always planning stuff. They're always planning stuff to cause a big chaos so we can make a big uproar and, we can make a lot of noise and just quiet down. The thing about it that we need to be quiet on a lot of things that we're saying and doing when these things happen. You don't let the enemy know what is your next step.
There you go.
You understand?
There
so
you go.
We need to be careful what we are doing and we need to be quiet about things and let them run up and down and think what, they don't know what's coming next. You understand? So these are the things that we need to think about and that's why we need the brothers. We need the brothers to stand out.
We
there
need
with
them,
the
man. We
sisters.
need them.
Yeah.
We need the brothers. And we need our brothers. My brothers, let me tell you something. When you have strong sisters, and this is for the brothers, so please pay attention. When you have strong sisters standing with you, you don't have to worry that when you go there anything happens to you. Because you see, when they pray for you, I mean the kind of prayer where you used to a church and all that. We don't deal with that. But when we meditate and we, believe me, we're going to protect you, all right? You just stand with us. Brothers, know yourselves. Just know yourselves and do what you need to do. Because when you have the strong sisters in the community, trust me, the energy, they put the energy around you. You go out there and nothing can face you. Without you go fight for your bullet after you and the bullet come back at them. All right? How are yourself?
Yes, my brothers out there. We want you all to big up on yourself wherever you are, all around the world, my brothers. Whether you're locked down or whatever they put you all through. I know a lot of you brothers are locked down, and I know a lot of you are innocent. We want our brothers them to stay safe and stay out of trouble. If your wife, your mother, your sister, whatever, say stay home tonight, don't go anywhere.
Yes, it's true.
When we talk, brothers, you need to listen. You need to
Yeah,
listen.
man.
We did that to me many a night.
Stay home because you don't know you don't know why they're telling you that, but
Picking up
stay
them
home.
signals.
And start paying attention because a lot of times, if a lot of you listen to us, sometimes you find yourself in a situation that you got yourself into right now. So you all have to listen, whether it's your parents talking to you, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever it may be, maybe your daughter, maybe your son say, "Daddy, don't go, stay home," and whatever. You need to listen because it's not everybody you think out there is not your friend. Is not your friend, So pay attention. Somebody knock on your door 2 o'clock in the morning and whatever. You don't need to even get mixed up with anybody so they can knock on your door 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. The only reason why somebody should knock on your door that time of morning is emergency. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be in your bed resting at night. Don't get caught up, get mixed up in all the bullshit out there so you're in some problems so your children can hear that daddy is displaced or daddy got killed or whatever and all this stuff. We're not looking for that. We don't want that. We don't want any of them stuff happen. That's why we need to be together where we everybody is we know where you are at all times. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're not supposed to have your life and do what you need to do, but certain things that we're doing, we don't have no business doing it. And with this system, we think we can do what we want to do and get ourselves in all kind of trouble, all kind of mix up, and all the problems that we face every day. So brothers and sisters, we need you to pay, especially to our brothers, we need you to take care of yourself. We need you to pay attention to what's going on around you, brothers. And listen, brothers, let me tell you something. As I tell Brother Scurv, you see, when it comes when it comes to our brothers and not taking care of themselves, listen, brother, you see me, I can tell Brother Lance, you need to take care of your put your foot them, scrub them, and take care of them, lotion them. You know, take care of yourself, brothers. Not because you are a brother, you think, say, no, that's not for me. Yes, it's for you. You have to take care of this body. Listen, the inside, if you take care of the inside, outside,
I can't even be ashy around Mrs. Scurv.
Good too, because it's gonna shine on the outside also. So whatever food you're putting in the inside, the water and all that stuff, it comes out. It comes out on the outside. So make sure that you are taking care of your body. If you don't take care of your body, you are in a lot of trouble, brothers. And when you get sick and you're not taking care of yourself, it's a lot of problem for me or the other sister out there. It's too much on us. So you have to take care of yourself, and I have to make sure I take care of Brother Scurv and make sure that he's healthy. So we all have to work together. Brothers, we all have to work together, come together and do this thing together. Sometimes if your wife is in the kitchen, you go in there and you help out, bring the children in there, and you all help together, and we do this thing together, and we get ourselves together. And when the meal is finished, we all wash our hands, and we get to the table and we have dinner together and do the things that we need together, and we all eat healthy. And after that, brothers, in the evening when you eat on time, we need to set aside where we can either go outside and relax with the family, sit down and have a good laugh, and you feel so good. Or whether you want to go walk it off and come back, you get such a good night rest. When you wake up in the morning, you're just stretching and you feel so good, brothers. We have to work on these things, and we have to encourage our brothers and sisters. Maybe the brother have on too much weight and he want to lose it. We have to encourage them. We have to talk to them. We have to help them to get it off, because we can't make they go out there and feel like, say, they're not wanted or whatever. We have to do these things. We have to help them. And sisters, a lot of us, we have to work on ourselves, and the brothers have to work with us too. If we realize that we feel like we are a little too heavy and whatever and all this stuff, we have to help. We have to get the strength from you too, to help us and push us to do the things that we need to do. Right. Help us, brothers, and talk to us and say, I still love you, no matter if you're 600 pounds or you're 100 pounds, I still love you, and I'm going to work on this. We have to do this together. And the same way with the children. How did we get here? How did we get to be in this situation that we're in? So we have so much to work on, and we have to work together. And once we start work together and communicate together and do the things that we need to do together, it will work out for us, brothers and sisters. So please start working on this, brothers. We love you, and don't think that we live in your house. We have to put you in whatever we do. We are always going to put you in there, brothers, because there's pure love coming from Sister Scurv to all the brothers them out there all around the world. Just know that Sister Scurv love you all. Sister Amoya love you all, and that's why we are here tonight. Brother Scurv love you all. I'm always putting good things out there for the brothers. No matter what, we're not going to put you all down, because we are here for you all, and we're giving you strength and power tonight, brothers. And just get up, wake up, and do what you need to do. And sisters, the same to you all. Not leaving you all. Sister Scurv love you all, my sisters, and we just want to give you, strength. We just want to give you power, sisters and brothers, and just hang in there. And we just want to big you all up all over the world, because we know our brothers and sisters are all over the world. So we just sending our love all over to you all tonight.
That's right. That's right. Awesome. And I just want to add my little 2 cents to that one.
By all means, do it. Let it all hang out.
Okay, I'll add, I'll add 5 cents. I just want to say that men, there's a guy, I don't remember his name, but there's a title of a song. There's a song entitled, what was it called again?
Oh, before you get into
Yes.
this, you're not going to hear it, but you'll hear it on the replay. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Now, what did I do? I just messed myself. Go ahead. I hit the wrong button. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. That's all right. Yeah. There's a song, Strength of a Woman. Now, I don't know the song. I heard it maybe once or twice. I don't know the words, but there is more to the title than that meets the eye. Because when you have a woman who is intuitive, you see, that woman can do wonders for you. And I encourage all the men to get with if you don't already have one, you're looking for a woman, get a strong woman, get somebody with intuition, somebody who can help you to grow. Sister Scurv mentioned something about men going out and getting themselves in danger because they disobeyed. I know for a fact that it happens to quite a few acquaintances, okay? Man get up in the middle of the night, gone or wood because friends call him on the phone and say, come help me do and so, and he didn't return. It has happened in Jamaica. It has happened here in New York. It has happened in Florida. And I've known of another case elsewhere. If they had listened, and don't tell me it's destiny, all right? If they had listened to their wives or their girlfriends, that wouldn't have happened, okay? Always listen. Dr. Sebi always say, listen to your mama. There is a reason Mother Earth is called Mother Earth and not Father Earth. Okay? So women have a lot of power and we need to understand that. One of these days, Sister Scurv, we'll trash this out. Yeah, to the hard way. Yeah, we'll get into that. But suffice it to say, in the essence of time, that women have a lot of spiritual powers that the man really can draw from, and he needs that to guide him wherever he's going, in life. All right? Yes, the men are strong, but they need to draw the strength from the woman because Earth is a female entity, and we're hurting her. And the women is harnessing a lot of what's going on. But we are also harnessing the positive. And we are giving it out to the men. So men, please listen to an intuitive woman, listen to your woman, listen to your wife, listen to your sister, your girlfriend. Just learn to take advice. We know you're strong. We're not trying to diminish your manhood. We know who you are, and I say it in a good way, Sister Scurv. Don't be naughty now. Behave yourself.
But we have to let the brothers they know that we as the sisters, we are powerful, and
Yes, we are.
they have to
We are.
listen to us, because
Yes.
when we're telling them things, we're telling them
In
out of love, So
Yeah, because we're not trying to overpower them or anything like that. We are equal. We respect them. We have the utmost respect for our brothers, our princes, our kings. We have the utmost respect for them. We only want to help. Okay, and if they listen to us, we know that everything will be okay. So let us tell the men, look, hey, don't bother with the fear thing. The fear factor, don't bother with that because you have us to protect you.
Yes.
And as long as you tap into the power source that you have, let me tell you something, this is better than electricity, all right? Don't worry about the voltage. This is heavy stuff. We have it, gentlemen. We have it. So don't fear. Don't just continue to be who you are. Be nice men. Build yourselves. Build your family. Build your homes, and build your communities because we're depending on you. Together we can make this work. We need your strength. We need you, and we don't want you to be fools. Don't go out there. Don't fall for the hype. Don't go out there because everybody is doing it. You want to get within in the crowd. You don't need that. You don't need to get with somebody else who doesn't look like you because you want a status symbol.
Becky.
You don't need that. we are queens. They were nothing. And there is a reason they are trying to put this together, and they're showing it to you in the Hollywood movies. A black man with a white woman or something like that, to show you that you cannot be anything unless you have a light skinned girl. And this is how they treat them on the plantations. For those who were on the plantation, if you read Will Lynch's letter, you'll see that this was part of it, and they inculcate this in the black man, in the black males, so that they learn to look at their white teachers, their white Jesus, the white everybody else, and they believe that a light-skinned woman is better than a dark-skinned woman.
Exactly.
So men, be strong, be understanding, know what is going on, know that you are a target, and try to deflect whatever bullets, whatever they are sending at you, try to deflect that. And that's all I'm going to say for tonight. It's one love. Peace out. We love you. Just continue to be strong. Continue to be who you are, and look up, hold your head high, because you're kings, you're princes, you're emperors. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter what nobody say about you. You know that's your title. It's your legacy. It's your heritage. And nobody, no amount of gunshot, no gunpowder, nothing can take that away from you. Booyaka, booyaka.
Lakewood means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we will round.
Let's get ready.
Yes, nobody can take that away from you, my brothers. Nobody. And we love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm telling you, we as sisters, we as queens, we have to let our kings know how precious they are too, because
Yes.
a lot of times we are not telling them, and they feel like they are not loved, because a lot of us didn't get the love from our parents, and and we as queens, we have to let them know how much we love and care for them, and let they be uplifted. Just lift them up and let them know how powerful
Yes,
they
man.
are. So
Yes,
we have to put our brothers them up there. We have to make them know
Yeah,
that
man,
they
put them
are,
on a pedestal.
yes, they are higher than they think they are, and
You hear
we're
that,
not
Brother
gonna let
Scurv?
them.
Oh, I'm listening and taking notes. School is in.
We're not gonna let nobody treat them the way they have been treated, and all that stuff. We gotta look out for them, and whatever we saying to them is not nothing bad. It's to help you, brothers. So
Yes.
that's why we are here tonight, speaking to you, brothers, especially, that we as sisters
Yes.
out here, we care for you, we love you, and we're not gonna stand by the side and see you get hurt. We need to stop this foolishness about the police kicking our brothers, kicking them in the head, and we just stand there and do videos and whatever. Now we have to stand up for our rights and do what we need to do.
Yes.
This is no
True.
more time to waste, and no more brutality. We're not gonna go for
True.
that bullshit stuff anymore. We're sick of it now. We're tired of it.
True.
Too much of
Yes.
this.
Body blows.
Too much, too much. No more wasting of time, brothers and sisters.
It's time to move.
Yes, yes.
Upward movement. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Even when you feel as though you are in a dark place, a place where there's a dead end, every what they call problem, and I don't call or use the word problem, I use challenge. But for every challenge, there's a solution. You might not know the solution at that very moment, but you have to understand that it's there. You have to understand that it's there, because there are people out here who want us to feel as though we're hopeless, as though we have no way out, and that's how they can get us. Our vision, we have to understand on a spiritual level, that goes further than our actual eyesight. So we can't be caught up in this earthly thing and just what we see, or you go to the parole board and they say you have to stay in, all this, even when you're locked down, if somehow, somewhere you can hear this, if you get a call and one of your family members holds this part up to the phone, and maybe I might not ever know that you heard this part, but you can always hone your mind. You can always hone your body. You can always hone your spirit. These few years, if you are on lockdown, I want to say that because I speak to a lot of brothers that may call me on those phones where they say this is coming from a federal facility. I get a lot of phone calls like that. And most of them I accept. And most of them feel that because they have a life sentence that they're no good. See, they want you to feel as though your existence begins and ends on this level. When you are melanated, you go beyond. You can prepare yourself for the other levels. And there are levels to this existence that when you go inward, trust me, the power that you have will go out into the world. There is no wasted time when you walking the righteous path. So don't let man throw anything on you and try to blow your mind or try to look. These few years, they're only a pit stop to eternity. It's a time to get the wisdom, learn the wisdom, hone yourself for the next level. There are trees out here that you pass by every day that have been here longer than you. That water that drops on you when there's a storm, how do you know where it was before? It could have been inside of a bird or a dinosaur or somewhere in another country, whatever. It's the cycle of life. And understand that no one in this man-made oppressive system can truly hold you down all the way. Think beyond their world. Know that you're bigger than that. Know that you're deeper than that. Know that you're more vast than they are. They know it, and this is why they fight us so much. It goes deeper than that. It's spiritual warfare. Yes, they hate us because of our melanin, but they know the power of it. Never get thrown off. Know who you are. If you don't, study and ask. Go within, but you can't trust anything European, and you can't trust any coon to tell you who is sold out to the system. Go within. You realize that most of your life in these European schools of indoctrination, you've been lied to. How can you get your manhood or your womanhood being taught by the very one that's threatened by your manhood or womanhood? Right. See, they want to have you broken up. They want to have you messed up. You know what I mean? So, hey, what can I say? This is a very good discussion, and this is the first of many. And I thank you, Sister Amoya, for coming with the topic. And now you done started something that we ain't never going to end.
Thank you for having me. I am so glad that I would share my thoughts with the wider community, because this is not something that is unique to me. I'm sure a lot of women have been thinking the very exact same thing. It's just that for the most part, it didn't come out the way it should, or it hasn't been told, or we didn't tell anybody about it. But men need to know that we as women, we know what they're going through. Okay, they need to know that we are aware of their problems, and we just want to reach out to them. We want to work with them. We want to help them to understand that what they're experiencing, all the negative emotions and all the negative, things that they're experiencing, they don't have to go through it alone, because we know where it's coming from, and we know how it's created in them. We know how they're feeling. We can empathize with them, and we want to help them to get through it, because when we help them, we will in turn help ourselves. We will in turn build our children and build our communities.
Well said, my sister Moya. I thank you so much for coming on tonight, and thanks for all the brothers and sisters in the chat. I know some of them just came in, and we just want to big up the brothers them that just came in, and the sisters, and just know that I want you to go back and listen to the show, and I hope you have enjoyed full joy the show tonight, and there's many more to come. Sister Moya will come back on again, and we still talk to the brothers and the sisters, and any sisters out there, brothers want to come on to the show, just call up Brother Lance and let us know whether you want me, Sister SCURV, to sit on there with you if you feel more comfortable with Brother SCURV.
Because I'm a beast. I'm just an animal. I'll rip them up. I'll eat their kids. Trust me. I give them no mercy at all.
Yes. We are here for you, and know that we love you all very much, and we appreciate love you all, and and we thank you all so much for coming in, and we want you to have a peaceful and full joy rest tonight, and just stay sweet, brothers and sisters. I know that. Just hang in there, my brothers. Whether you are locked down, wherever you are tonight, we want you to just hang in there, because one day, trust me, you can start the revolution anywhere you are, brothers.
Yes.
You can be right there locked up and start the revolution right there. So we're just gonna get it together, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna get through this. We are gonna get through this, and we're gonna find ourselves in a place where we sit down and having a conversation and laughing and talking about this same show right now that we're doing. We're gonna have this in our brain and said, you remember, so and so, and we're probably gonna sit on that mango tree or wherever and talking about this conversation one of these days, brothers and sisters. So it was a pleasure having you all here, and it's a pleasure having Sister Amoya on here tonight. And my sister, thanks again, and just big up yourself and full joy
Yes.
with your rest tonight. And
Thank you, my sister. But don't mention mango next time, you hear? Please don't.
oh yeah,
Because every time I mention mango, you cause my head to grow. Don't do that. I can't get no decent mango
you
where
can't
I
get no
am.
mangoes to eat.
No, well, don't worry about having a big head. Your head will never look big when you stand next to mine.
Oh my goodness.
No, I am a mangoholic. Trust me. I was looking at a picture of Gambia, the country of Gambia in Africa, and I saw mango trees. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at that. I want to go there. Mangoes. Oh,
No, don't even bring that up. Oh man, let me tell you something. I won't say the full joke, but I ate so much mangoes that the hotel cleaning lady thought I had mango spray in the restroom.
oh.
Wasn't spray.
You are so.
I don't want to talk about mangoes. I don't want to I don't want to talk about mangoes unless I can see a dozen nice big ripe mangoes in front of me.
A dozen. That's all.
You need a bucket. Need a
bucket?
bucket.
Exactly.
A bucket.
Now you're talking my language.
That's what we used to do. We used to, Sister
Back in the day.
Kafunia.
Yes, Sister Kafunya's in the house. Much love to you, sister.
Big up, Sister Kafunia.
If you want the best sea moss,
moss,
if you want the
yes.
best sea moss in America, you have to get the Sister Kafunya.
Yeah, Sister
reach out to her.
Kafunia have the good sea moss, not the fake one, but the good sea moss, brothers and sisters. And we
All
need that.
right.
Yeah, Sister Kafunia. And, we need, get your information out there where they can buy the sea moss. And I'm telling you, we talked about it the other day when you were on the show, my sister, and, want them to
I heard
know,
about how good Sister Kafunya's sea moss is.
Yes.
You know how good it is?
how good it is.
It's so good.
It's good for the men,
when-
It's good for the men.
Yeah, no,
And
but
it's
that's what I'm
loaded
trying to
with
say. So
iodine.
I'm glad you say that. So just read between the lines. Sister Kafunya's sea moss is so good for the men that when they go to the beach and lay on their back, that part of the beach becomes a no-fly zone.
Or they can pitch a tent. You didn't hear that.
I'm telling you.
Planes can't fly. There'll be 911 all over again.
Yeah. You are too much. You are too much. Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna
Don't get me started. We're gonna have a joke night. Let me throw one more. Sister Kafunya's sea moss is so good. When that same man turned over and laid down on his stomach on the beach, and after we got up, we looked down in the hole and saw Chinese people. How are y'all? We thought it was Godzilla pop up out the ground over here. How you doing? Made the world look like a donut.
Oh my.
and but for real, brothers and sisters, we need to get that. That's really good to have that every day. And if I don't know how much of us used to are now still listen to Dr. Sebi talking about the sea moss and how it's really good, and get up and have your sea moss. I put it in my oatmeal, whatever porridge, whether it's banana porridge I make or whatever, I put it in there and put it with raw cashew or raw peanut and all that good stuff inside of it. Just blend everything together and make you some good some good mixed up.
I know the show is over, but let me just say this. Let me just chip in this. Back in Jamaica, back in the day, they had an advertisement for the big bamboo. That was sea moss,
Oh, really?
So I have known about this from a long time. Yeah, big bamboo, Irish moss, that's sea moss.
What's the bamboo? No, Need I say more? All right. You want another Sister Kafunya sea moss joke? Listen, any man that takes Sister Kafunya's sea moss When he walks down the aisle of Walmart and forgets to pull his zipper up, if somebody calls his name from behind and he turns around real quick, he'll knock everything off the shelf.
That's right.
Better believe it. You better know it.
Oh boy. But you know, the funny thing is I like peanuts and I don't know why I gravitate so much toward it, especially the peanut flavor. I may have been a man in another life.
No, but it's good for the woman too. It's good for the woman too.
Both.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You want more jokes or what? No.
They're waiting for more jokes.
No, see, Sister Kofunya Seamoss is so good that when you are a woman and you bump into your man, you end up pregnant the next month. Just from bumping into him, it makes you more fertile. We need Sister Kofunya Seamoss. There'll never be depopulation for melanated people as long as we have it.
That's right.
That's right.
Crack them jokes, Brother Lance. I tell you.
Sister Kofunya Seamoss is so good. A little white boy was standing at the tag place, at the motor vehicle place, and everybody was tired of standing up in the line for so long because it was so long. 2 and 3 hours, and legs were getting tired. And the little kid came back from the bathroom and said, Mommy, Daddy, you know the reason why that African man wasn't tired standing up? I saw why. They said, why, little Johnny? Well, I didn't know black men had kickstands.
Like an
I thought it was only bicycles.
Somebody in the chat said that they need Sister Kofunya information to get to her for the semen. So Sister Kofunya, I know you're there. So,
oi, oi.
Oh my goodness. I'm laughing so hard I have to take my glasses off. And I can't see well without them.
Yeah, I want Sister Kofunya to put up her information in the chat room right now so everybody can hit her up. You know what I mean? So everybody can hit her up. You know what I mean? So yeah, one more Sister Kofunya Seamoss joke. Sister Kofunya Seamoss is so powerful that a young man who was very active in his love life used to go and pick up some prophylactics and, for the weekend activities when he was free from school, being responsible with these diseases out here, being responsible to not make or have any unwanted pregnancies. So the person behind the counter said, listen, young man, you haven't purchased any prophylactics in a while. You got to be careful out there. He says, listen, I don't need it no more. You see what I got here? I got Sister Kofunya's Seamoss under one arm and a hefty bag under my other arm, and that's what I use for my prophylactics. Sister Kofunya's Seamoss will help things to grow.
Okay, brothers and sisters. Sister Kofunya say,
I'll go on all night.
Contact Brother Lance.
I'm the greatest of all times.
Contact Brother Lance and we'll get Sister Kofunya information to you. So if you want to order the Seamoss from her.
That's right. That's right. I got the real X-rated ones I'll save for Patreon.
Oh my goodness.
Reach out to Sister Kofunya right there. Gentlemen, make sure.
On Instagram.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You'll feel like an Olympic pole vaulter once you take that Seamoss.
No, but it's real. That thing is, you can boil it up with so much different roots together too. I remember they used to put it like with the cheney root and all that.
Yes.
All those things together, boil it together and blend them out together.
What you laughing at?
No, I remember some jokes. I can't say these on air, so you know what? I need to get off.
Listen. Give it to me through the text or tell me, and I'll tell it. I'll take the credit for it. But you need to tell it. Now that you done told us, it's no strike against you, sister. We know you're a decent, upstanding pillar of society, but we all need a little humor, and we're not 9 years old. You know what I mean? So if you throw one out there, that'll be the grand finale. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Take your foot out of my belly.
That's the most effective joke with the least amount of words. Take your foot out of my belly and stop wiggling your toes. No. Take your foot out of take your foot out of my belly and get your toes away from my teeth. It's so far up.
That's how far up it went, right?
There you go. Talk about a foot in the mouth, a foot out the mouth, and it ain't a foot.
Oh, I cannot handle you people.
Imagine somebody coming into the show right now.
Well, the title basically said that about fatherhood, but they're talking about illicit things. These black people are so preoccupied with sex. These black people are funny. Subscribe, honey. But stay away from any man that drank a bit of Sister Cafunya's sea moss. We heard about those black guys.
Yeah, don't go too close. Stay about 5 feet. They can do the job from 10 feet away.
That's what I'm trying to say. When they say clear the way a black man, all he got to do is spin around. He's got 15 feet of clearance around him.
No.
Oh,
I should be laughing like this on it. It's not ladylike.
No, you're a lady. Let me tell you something. You're a lady.
It's good to laugh.
That's right. That's right.
It's good to
That's
laugh.
right. If it's funny, laugh.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good to have
I
a
love
good
telling
laugh.
jokes, especially with those uptight church ladies that don't crack a smile.
I know, right?
I love getting near them and letting them overhear it, and they try to hide behind the church hats. I had one come over there, baby. I try not to laugh at nasty things like that, but what you just said was so goddamn funny. I said, man, I made the church lady curse.
Oh my goodness. Brother SCURV.
Excuse my French.
I have to be wiping my eyes.
But it's good. No, it is so good that you can laugh. This is good for us. We need to laugh. We need to have a good laugh, you know?
That's a heck of a visual.
Gracious
That's a
me.
heck of a visual. Take your foot out my belly. I got to draw that one. That's funny. That's real funny. But you know what, though? Look at this. We're laughing. We're not caught up in the fear mongering that CNN and HLN and Fox News puts out there. We need to do that. There's an electricity over the land where a lot of us are feeling doomed and feeling, we need to take action now. There's some bad things that will be coming up, but as long as we empower ourselves, this is the very thing I want to say also. For those who in their lineage suffered from slavery, right? This is what we did back then. No matter how bad things were, we could sit down at night. Some of us were lynched, some of us were killed and raped, but somehow, some way, because of the connection to the Creator and nature, we found a way in the trenches of all of this bad things that happened to us. We found the time to laugh a little bit, and sometimes we found a way to laugh and turn around and cry at the same time. So we have to let it flow. And like we said earlier about the men, it's okay to cry, just like it's okay to laugh. We have to let our feelings flow. And we can't have anybody put any standard on us that, look at them, they're in this downtrodden position and they're laughing. I see, and when I used to drive the bus, I would see white folks come around who are tourists who went to the Amway Center or the soccer dome, the soccer stadium, and they would drive through the poor neighborhoods and they would see poor little stolen African kids playing with no shoes on, playing with one ball, and the clothes were dirty and they looked a little hungry, but they were laughing their hearts out. And you could see them look at them and say, how could they do this? There's something about us that will survive no matter what. And any Caucasian out there that think that we're going to be gone, we're not going nowhere. You're going to go first.
That's right.
And you want to call us prejudiced and you want to call us racist? Never that can be. But if anybody's racist against you, it's the sun. and the sun doesn't like you. Everything on the planet loves and gets fed by the sun, and you're the oddball out. So guess who's going first? Turn up the degrees. It was 97 degrees the other day. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be 125. I'll walk the streets freely and happily.
He's making threats. I'm going to call Bill Gates. He's got to block the sun. He's got a point there, honey.
We don't need no suntan. We got melanin.
We got sell him some of the melanin.
That's right. We don't say it again.
Sell him some of the melanin.
Yeah, that's why they want to steal it from us.
But they're doing it. They're doing it now. What do you think? Anyway.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm sorry for violating you. You said you wanted to do about an hour, and I got you on here for 2 hours and 19 minutes. So I told you my job when I get you on here is to keep you on as long as I can. You know what I mean? But I'll let you go to sleep.
At least they had a good laugh. And,
Exactly.
And you can,
Yes,
you
we
can
did,
have
we
a
did.
full joy rest tonight.
Yes, of course. Thank you, my sister. Appreciate that.
Yes, Sister Moya. I appreciate that. Appreciate love
Foot
it.
in the belly. That's that. I can't. Look, listen. There's a Batiman out there listening to that, and he's turning to his friend saying, Billy, I want to know what it's like to have a foot in my belly. Ew.
If him drink, sister.
He pulls that foot out, and it's like he walked through the zoo and walked through animal dung.
If he drink that sea moss, he won't have any spine. Oh my goodness, he will rip away everything. No backbone.
Exactly.
You would just tear it away.
But you know what though? Look, we can all, like when we see each other in public and we treat each other like strangers, you know, social distancing and just the general self-hate that many of us have. I'm not saying all of us have. And sometimes it takes a catastrophe to bring us together and find out that we're really one, and we laugh and we talk and realize that we have so much in common. So while we can say to each other, not anybody here, that, well, I went to a better school and you didn't finish high school, and I'm light and you're dark, and I'm Jamaican and you're American, or you're from Africa, and all these divisions. Let's look for the things that we have in common. Let's do that.
Right.
It's too easy to find the separation. Let's look for something, a common denominator, so that we can join up together like we're supposed to, because we're not only going to have to face our doom if we don't, we're going to have to face the Creator one day. Someone created us, and I'm not saying the European construct of God, but someone created us. The system, someone created us, and like I said, we better fall in line before it's really too late, because that's the wrath that I don't want to face if I didn't do what I was supposed to do on this level.
Yes,
That's right.
Yes, well said. Well said,
That's
Brother
right,
Scurv.
well said.
And thanks to Sister Amoya for coming on with us tonight. And, you know, we need to have more of these nights where we can laugh. Remember, when we were growing up on the radio, we used to listen to Miss Lou and Mas Ran and, you know, all these stuff. And we used to be laughing on the floor, rolling, laughing. We need some of these laugh, brothers and sisters, with our children and rolling on the floor when we hear these laugh. Not the television, but, you know, some good things that our children can listen to and they can laugh. Lots of jokes and all that stuff, because it helps us to get through the day. And I'm telling you, when we start hearing those things and doing these things together, we will be a better brothers, our brother, sister, a better king, queens, all this good stuff. And, you know, so
my sister, laughing is good. You hear? Laughing is best medicine, because laughing releases that endorphin in your body, and it goes and it heals a lot of things. And that is why they don't want you to laugh. They try to fill you with fear every day. There's always something to make you fearful. There's always something to lower your vibration. We're not vibrating the way we ought to. If we want to rise up and raise our consciousnesses, we're not going to be able to do that because of the fear, the hate, all the negativity that bombard us on a daily basis with food, society, just about everything. Okay, and that's what they're trying to kill. That joy, that level of happiness that we have, we're not supposed to have it. All right. So if we can find it within ourselves, if we can understand who we are, why we are here, where we're going, what makes us who we are, and how we're supposed to vibrate nothing can stop us.
That's right. That's
Nothing at
right.
all.
That's
So
right.
this is where we need to be. We need to be able to be at a place where we can understand ourselves and we can laugh and we know the beauty and the benefit of laughing. We need that
Yes.
in order for us to raise that consciousness, that level of consciousness that we need to raise. We're not vibrating fully. We need to be vibrating on a high level.
Yes.
Okay. We just barely scratch the root chakra. That's a different story. But like I said, laughing is good, and that's we need to do more of. Good, clean, healthy belly burst laughter. That's what we want.
Yes, because
Yeah.
when you laugh every day and you take away all the stress even from your
Oh yeah.
face,
Oh
and
yeah.
you make you look younger. And if you keep laughing every day, it takes off 10 years off for your
Oh yeah. Take off attention. Yes.
yes, ten
You're
years off for
right.
your life.
Yes.
If you are 60 years old, you're looking like 40 because you're
Mm-hmm.
laughing every day and
Mm-hmm.
exercising, drinking a lot of water, just enjoying life. And that's what
Just
we
enjoy
need
life.
for our sisters and brothers together. We
Yes,
need
of
that so
course.
our children, they can be happy, and our grandchildren, we want to see them laughing and be happy and know who they are. We need to teach
Yes,
them, and
of
they
course.
learn who
Of
they are.
course.
So
Of
these are the
course.
things that we need to start doing, and we probably need to come to with Brother Scurv, so we can do something, and just something that people can call in, and we talk about things and give the jokes and laugh about it.
Yes.
And Brother Lance is a big comedian. He's a big comedian. I'm telling
Too
you.
much sadness in the
Yes,
world. We don't need that. We don't need to be part of the. We don't need to be part of what's going on. Too much
yes,
sadness in the world, man. We need to vibrate. We need to come out of
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Come on, change the paradigm altogether.
So
So yes,
okay, so my sister, I'm gonna let you go. I know you stay
right.
on longer, and we want you to have a full joy rest, my sister, and we'll
You too.
talk and
You
the
too.
strong. And
Yes.
to the brothers and sisters that are in the chat, full joy your night, and just know that we love you all very much, and take care of yourself. Have a good rest, and just don't make nobody bother you. Don't stress yourself. Just make sure you are taking care of yourself, brothers and sisters.
Yes.
Of course. Of
Have a
course. Of
peaceful
course.
night.
Thank you and good night, everyone.
Yes,
And thanks for
yes.
listening.
Take care, sister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, my brother.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Wow, wow, wow. What a night. We're going to turn this into a comedy night or what? Have a comedy uncensored. All the dirty jokes too. We got to make them happy, because the trick is to tell a dirty joke without really being dirty when you execute it. You know what I mean? So anyway, I guess we're going to wrap this down, and we have more for tomorrow. My internet was down early for a few minutes, and I had to cancel a show with a very special guest. This will only allow me the chance to promote it more, and tentatively we're going to be together back on Wednesday with this particular guest. I'm not going to really put it out there yet. You know what I mean? So we'll roll, and we'll have our shows tomorrow, and I promise that we will do a live show tomorrow evening, and tomorrow we're probably going to have Carrie Lux, Sister Carrie Lux, and whatever else I get up and do in the backyard talking this crazy stuff. I had put up a video just before the show went live, so go back on the channel if you want to check it out. It's about prejudice, it's about racism, and pretty much that's what I talk about all the time, right? To bring clarity into the bad boy. Anyway, I'm going to sign off early tonight. And thank you, Mr. Haru, 6512, Sylvia Williams. Let me just mention a few names here. Sandra, know yourself. Of course, Ella G and Carrie Lux, thank you so much for moderating and doing the wonderful job that you do. Kafunya, put that address and that information one more time while the music rolls. Nexodus 66, Matthew White, Isaiah Clark, Just Me 4343. Thank you so much once again. And I got weird things popping up on my screen, so let me get out of here before it cuts off. I wish I could mention everybody, but Mr. SCURV was in the captain's seat, and I was standing to the side, and I really enjoyed myself tonight. And I hope that you all had a good laugh, and I hope that you had attained some great information and motivation. Let's love on each other and make the enemy pissed off. Let's piss them off. Seriously. You all have a wonderful night, and we're going to do this again tomorrow. All day, every day. I promise. We're going to do 5 shows tomorrow. Hold me to it.
Shut up, what you say?